So Kevin Samuels is gone. He's official. On the last episode was the day that things we didn't know for sure. He was just kind of missing, and it was reported he was dead, but it's official. He unfortunately died. Coincidentally, not surprising for him, he died in the company of a woman that he was spending the night with.
Give more in detail.
I mean, I wasn't there. I wasn't there.
He was on top.
He
was on top.
Wait, what? He was on top of her?
That's what I heard. I heard this was in the middle of sex.
He was doing the do.
Nah.
To his last
when it went down, man.
Yo. Oh, shit. That's why people say.
You know how you said, well, you gonna do it till you can't do it no more?
Do it till you can't do it no more.
That's why people say he died horny.
He killed the nigga. Nigga died in the pussy boy.
Horny is when you're not getting none. You just want some.
Bro, that girl could not go around and be like, a nigga died in my pussy, bro. That's how the pussy killed him.
Okay? She sucked the soul out of him.
He gone, bro. You don't want this.
To the soul snatcher.
Damn.
But so this obviously has been, you know, opinions have been diverse on this.
Yeah, definitely.
People like me who, you know, death is the final frontier. You don't come back from it. You know what
inevitable.
It's, you know, I personally don't believe in, unless you did something morally wrong. You get what I'm saying? Unless you was touching the kids, you was raping the ladies. You know what I'm saying? You was murdering. I am not gonna support you dying of natural causes. You know what I'm saying? Prematurely, when, you know, that's like, I think Kevin Samuels, like many people on the internet right now, found a niche section that worked for him, that people reacted to, that people gave him views for, and he dove into it. Yeah. Was it appropriate?
You know, I think
times. It was. I'm gonna let you. I know. I'm gonna let you. Was it appropriate? Not all the time. Was it positive all the time? No, obviously not. But the man was doing the same thing everyone else on the internet is doing, in my opinion. You get what I'm saying? He was just doing his thing with it. Do we know for a fact that Kevin Samuels in his personal life off camera was exactly the person he was on camera? No, we don't know that. We don't know that for sure. You get what I mean? So to me, death is real. Death is not the internet. He didn't die on YouTube. He didn't, you know what I mean? He died in real life, IRL, as they say. So I'm not going to support or be like, yeah, bro, why we giving a fuck about a nigga dying who said this and that, whatever. It's like, dude, that was his internet job. That's like saying, why we care about Leonardo DiCaprio dying because he was a slave owner. He wasn't a slave owner. He played a slave owner in Django. That don't mean that the nigga just...
that man was not playing that role. He was not playing. But
Kevin,
that's what I'm saying. Wait, who you talking about, Leo or Kevin?
He was not playing.
Who are you talking about?
Leo or Kevin?
Kevin was not playing.
You don't think that's what I'm... Well, that's the debate. Some people think Kevin was not playing. I think while he maybe was not playing, I think he was very dedicated to a role that he knew was getting him money. That's what I feel. I don't think, because if we look at the beginning of Kevin Samuels' YouTube career, he wasn't doing this. Like, it wasn't strictly just, I'm dishing out criticism to women or black women. That wasn't.
Yeah.
I feel like once that got the reaction that he needed for his career to take off, that's when he's like, well.
But that's his legacy now.
This is what I'm gonna give him. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So that's my little take on it. But I'm gonna let B Terry talk because
you can let
All right, Don. Okay, so
let him talk.
You tell how you feel about it.
So yeah. So I'm kind of in the same place with that. Like, although I disagree with a lot of things he was saying, right? It's like you said, B Cherry, he's gonna pass away, and that's all the stuff that you're gonna pull up, like all his what he's saying towards women, black women, and even black men too, because I've seen snippets of him slaying black men. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but I still wouldn't use these things to condone like saying, "Oh, he should die because of that." Because like people are
Right.
crazy on the internet. They snap and talk about something.
Crazy.
Yo, he deserved to die because of it. Like I don't
Bro, I
think.
seen some wild shit, bro.
But you know, this is the internet. You
Yeah,
know,
The internet, they
So,
gonna snap.
pause right there. Why is it allowed to be the internet for people, but not for Kevin Samuels? For Kevin Samuels, he wasn't. It was not the internet. That was real.
because like when you talk about people leaving comments off of something that you did, that's when you say it's the internet. Like when
But
they're
you wouldn't agree
responding.
that what he was doing was just like you would see niggas in the comments going ham. It's like he did the same shit, but just took it to a bigger level and made a platform off of being that person. You know, like
Which
you
is
see a
true.
person in the comments, you're like, oh, this nigga trolling. That's a troll.
But most of his stuff wasn't scripted. So when you say play a role, you're talking about like scripted.
No, not literally scripted.
He was like literally live roasting women,
Right.
and then he's spreading a narrative that, like, you know, especially with just acting. Let's say we just go with roles and we talk about representation. We make a big deal about how we are represented on movies. We're tired of seeing roles where you always see a gangster, a thug, or when somebody's wearing blackface and acting all Chuck and Jivey. You feel me?
Are we?
So we don't like that. We try to fight against that. So you got this man here who's playing this role that's separating the black man and the black woman by, he's literally
hold on.
Because I seen a thing that he said. He was like, black women need a blood. I forgot what he said because I try to like erase it out of my mind because I don't want it playing in my head. Because he doesn't represent every black man either. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
He might have had a big platform, but I know that is not what we only have as black women as a man. And if he's just playing a role, that's fine. I just need to know that something like that doesn't have to only exist in my world. Now, what you saying, people celebrating his death, people die every day. We're going to die. However, him dying was just so awkward because he just got a lot of success. Mm-hmm. Usually villains like that live a little longer. He lived like 2% of what I expected. I thought he was going to be real low.
2%. He said he lived like 2% of what I thought.
Like, I obviously think he was robbed of his career and everything.
He's out of his life. His whole life.
I just feel like I really saw him having a TV show. Like, I really saw him having a lot of things.
That's true. He did get robbed.
As much as I didn't like him, that doesn't mean that the way he marketed himself and brand himself wasn't a great way that he did it. You feel me? You saw KS and you knew it was Kevin Samuels. You know, like the man just went so fast, and it's only been like a year. However, the reason why people are laughing is because you made fun of women saying, you know, if you're over 200 pounds or if you're 35 and up, you're leftover goods. Like, really just talking about women horribly. And, you know, people are like, you know, you talked about a girl being 200 pounds is unhealthy. However, you weren't healthy yourself, clearly, because...
Damn, you got a point there.
You can't just be going in on people about this, but did you go to the doctor or did you not listen to the doctor? Either way, whatever you was preaching, and you ain't even 220, he don't even look like he was close to 200, and you're gone. So that was the ironic part. That's what everybody was really writing. From what I read, like, okay, it's ironic that you preach this and that, but on your dying day, you're totally the opposite. And plus, you wasn't married. Like, you had divorces and shit. Like, come on.
Right.
But hey, I'm not celebrating his death. I just find it awkward. I'm still not believing that he died. I don't.
Well, first off, doctors, whether you healthy or not, or you go to the doctor or not, they can't predict heart attacks. They can't predict strokes and shit like that. Like, so
if he had high blood pressure, though, like, you know,
yeah, maybe, and maybe he knew all of that. Maybe he knew he was unhealthy. Maybe he knew he had high blood pressure. He was stressed out. Maybe he knew all of that. As far as him being a villain, I think that's a little extreme.
I think he was a villain to a lot of black women.
He was a villain to black women as a black woman myself.
He was like they. Like,
I don't know. I think
they wasn't fucking with Kevin Samuels, boy.
I think there's a lot of forces in America alone right now that are much more of a threat to black women and the lives of black women than Kevin Samuels, and I think y'all should watch out for those and not worry about Kevin
Which
Samuels.
is true, but when you have a community of men get so passionate, there's girls that, okay, I was on TikTok. There's a girl that was like, oh my God, I just found out my boyfriend is a Kevin Samuels follower. And all of us are like trying to support her. I said, oh girl, that's worse than cheating. Because some guys, and I'm not gonna say it's for you guys. I don't know how you guys act personally, but I could tell you naturally when a woman like me, whatever I just said, that dude would have started calling me bitter already. He would have already started telling me the statistics that just came out of his ass. He would have already started saying anything just to downplay anything I just said. It doesn't matter what I said. As long as it sounds like, oh, Kevin Samuels wasn't such a nice guy. He would have already said, he's telling the truth. He's like, you know what I'm saying? A real Kevin Samuels follower is a little delusional. Maybe he was delusional before then, but I feel like Kevin kind of put a battery on their back and just...
Yeah, I mean, I feel like nobody should be a follower of nobody. So it's like if you already a Kevin Samuel, unless we talking about following on social media, that's different. But if you're talking about you follow Kevin Samuels, like I feel like, bro, something is wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Like, mad niggas like not follow, worship that dude, bro. Like
that's their dad.
He had his
little
cult.
Group of men right now that fake, just like there's a group of women, and it's popular right now for women to basically hate men, but still want to be in the dating world for some reason with men. There's groups of men who low-key hate women and is in their feelings about it. And sometimes when you already live in Gotham City, you just waiting for Batman to show up. You get what I'm saying? So when Batman shows up, you're like, oh yes, fine.
They're gonna have a new one. They already have new ones, right? They already got somebody, I bet.
Oh yeah. What's the boy's name? Fresh and Fit podcast. They still out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of
alpha. Be lining up that's the ones that be having the girls in like the group.
Yeah.
I think them niggas is worse.
The boys.
Bro,
they just don't have a big following.
It's getting there. Well, I haven't seen it in a minute. Said
his heart couldn't handle the lady of the night he hired. Oh yeah, so the other T, I don't know if y'all know.
He's tricking.
So yes, his friend pretty much is the one that called the police, and everybody on social media knew before his mama did.
Oh yeah.
That's how she found out.
That's a messed up way to find out.
So clearly that girl was not close to his family or nothing to be able to call his mama or somebody.
I knew that. He said.
So they say he died alone too.
From what I read, he met the woman like the day before or something like that. Yeah, like I've read it. It was like the day before he met her. At like a party or an event or something like that. Yep. That's what she told the police. They asked her, when did you meet him? She said, I met him just yesterday at a party or an event, some type of thing. And he invited me over and I came over. That's what she told me.
Well, you know what? I mean, I guess there's a whole group of people who thought he was gay at one point. I guess that kind of
it helped, clear that up.
Cleared that up a little bit. Not necessarily
all
the way up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not necessarily all the way up, but
had to clear shit up about that.
You know what I'm saying?
If it was Tuesday night, that might have been a dude that was there that got that.
That's true.
It's just kind of so you guys got to understand he died on Cinco de Mayo, so it's kind of hard for any some people to mourn him because they was too busy sipping on margaritas and stuff like that. So just
but I'm not expecting nobody to mourn Kevin Samuels or anyone to be sad he died. I just don't believe in.
Oh, they're celebrating. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't one of the people that celebrate because I still got a lot to do in this world. I don't need that.
Yeah, I just don't see good
he died unaffectedly. But I will not be mourning that man at all. She wasn't respecting me while he was alive. I'm pretty sure he's at peace, not caring about what's going on.
Would you say all the black women in your circle respect black men, like on a daily basis? Like, would you say that when you hang out with black girls and stuff like that, they speak?
I mean, who do we only date? We only date y'all.
Not talking about dating. And I appreciate that because there's a lot of girls.
We only hold down y'all. We be holding y'all down. Doing this that most of y'all. I'm not saying y'all. Y'all got some niggas that's your friends that don't work or it's in between, getting out of jail or something. And guess who's holding them down? You get what I'm saying? Like okay. Mostly us. Mostly us. So we get the end of the stick when y'all are frustrated, angry. So we angry back at y'all. You feel me? Because like, dang, I'm doing this and you acting like this. And then sometimes y'all get up and then y'all
But would
go.
you say that black women also right now are not very good at finding good black men? Y'all seem to attract and
It
mostly
never been.
gravitate
It's
towards
never
shitty
been
black
easy to
niggas.
find
Like
it.
that
It's
seems
never
to be
been easy
y'all.
to find it.
There's no
It's
what?
never been easy to find it because y'all wasn't in a position to be good from the jump. With what you call that thing? I always go back to this. What's that white man name for the slavery? Fuck.
Which white man? Oh,
He made a book. Willie Lynch.
I know what you're talking about. I know the book that you're talking
Willie
about.
Lynch, separate
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the family, mess it up for 4 generations.
Yeah.
We're bickering and fighting with each other all the time. But,
Well, that's what I'm
I'm
saying.
not going to get in that deep, but when have y'all ever had a good stance? Y'all just starting to get most of y'all good right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like you guys was perfect in the 60s, in the 80s. 2000, you see more male doctors coming out and stuff like that. You see more this and
What
that.
my job? What a nigga's job got to do with him being a good
Because
person?
you're a provider. You have to be a provider. We're not in the jungle times where you have
So
to
let me
go
ask you this:
kill
do
lions
women?
and
Because
stuff.
I'm very confused. I live in 2022 when all this woman equal rights, feminism shit is going on.
But what woman?
Do y'all want niggas to be providers and open doors and shit for y'all and make it?
Just because
Or
you
do y'all
see
want y'all own shit? What's
just because you seen some white women back in the days who had the privilege to protest for equal rights because y'all was getting some good stuff and they didn't like that, so they want to make sure they get more than what the black man got because they was already upset with what the white man was getting. So then you black men are starting to almost equal up. Hold up. Before they can get anything, let us get something. And then they try to drag us into it. If you really look at that equal rights movement or feminist movement, most of us black women are like, yo, we at the bottom. We're not even trying to be on any of that y'all got going on. I don't do.
But y'all don't be saying that.
I mean, I don't have to walk around and say, this all day. I just move
But y'all
differently.
go around saying fuck black men all day. Y'all can do that.
You can't say y'all because I'm not gonna say
Like,
all
what?
black men say that too. You get what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna say
No,
that.
I feel like y'all like kind of don't know what y'all want really, and I feel like when there's men that are black men that are like good stand-up dudes, because they don't give off the vibe that y'all want, y'all don't gravitate towards that.
I mean, think about it. If you're a good stand-up dude, are you dating every black woman? Like when you say y'all, you get what I'm saying? Like, what are you attracting? What are you talking? Who are you talking to? Like that's just like when we date a black guy that's horrible, that we end up finding out got 5 baby mamas or this and that, and then you guys like, you should have chose better. Okay, why are you saying that about us? You should choose better too. It's not like every single black girl is bitter or this. You just be choosing the wrong person that's not for you.
Over and over and over and over.
Same
and
thing
over
over
and
here.
over.
Same thing over here, baby. Same thing over here, baby.
I
Because
don't know,
you got some dog ass friends.
I do. But I don't see the connection.
And they don't just dog black women. They dog any woman.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't think it's like a black man thing. Men are just kind of doggish. You get what I'm saying? But I think because white guys have blonde hair and a pretty smile, black guys get the entire dump of what's bad about men. You get what I'm saying? Like there's black girls that refuse to date black men, but they'll date shitty white men. And they'll put up with the terrible things these white dudes do to them. But when a black guy does, they won't even let a black guy step a pinky out of line because he's black. But if they dating a white guy or a Spanish dude, like
you really don't be seeing black relationships that last for 2 years, 10 years that's toxic, like, or a girl that just dates. Black women really is the what you call it, the demographic that do not date out their race as much as everybody else.
That's bullshit. That's complete bullshit. Not
we're
in 2022.
beginning to. No, we're actually the lowest. We're the ones that
complete
actually
bullshit.
stick
There's
with.
more. Let me tell you something. There's more black girls right now dating white dudes than there's black guys dating
now,
white girls.
and it should be that way. It should be that way. Everybody should have a chance to date everybody at this point. Because right now, I ain't gonna lie, most of the times I don't feel appreciated by the black man.
Why?
We march for y'all, we do all that for y'all, but then y'all gather around with KS and then start saying we fat, we this, we no good, we bitter, we that. But then when you watch the episodes on Snap. Do you ever watch Snapped on Lifetime?
I've seen it before.
You only see one episode or two with a black girl. All seasons is a white
That's
woman
because a
poisoning
black
her
girl gonna
man.
snap and not gonna snitch on herself and go on TV and tell the whole story. A black girl gonna
Those women don't tell their story.
listen.
Them ladies is gone.
A black girl's gonna find the most slickest, deepest way to bring harm to your life without you even being able to prove.
You never watched Snapped. You know
Come
you
on,
haven't
son.
watched Snapped. A black woman brings harm to your life. A white woman literally gives you the same lemonade every day that's your favorite and slowly poison you, and then you're dead.
I don't know. We're gonna have to agree to disagree on this one because I feel.
I'm just saying, you know,
Because-
don't make it seem like we the ops out here. Cause trust me, anybody can give it to you.
This
No,
is what the white man wants. He wants the black man and the
wants
black woman to be ops.
Black woman to be ops so bad. I don't even see like white people talking against each other saying white, you know, like white women, white men. They don't even do that. You feel me?
But that's
like,
what I'm saying. But you don't think that I would say black women and men like Kevin Samuels are the patriots of this. They're the ones who make this happen because all they do is think of negative things about.
And that's where we need to find the root cause of what it is. And that maybe everybody needs to go seek therapy. A lot of us don't seek therapy. A lot of us are still mad about something that happened when we were little kids. And, you know, like, it's a lot, you know, and we're just projecting on each other because it's so easy. And then we don't have all the resources to really know what to do to handle our issues and then get along with each other. So instead, we like, you know how many times I sit in a room and it's black man against black. I just broke up with my ex 2 months ago because he tried to have that conversation with me. And I was like, yo.
You broke up with a nigga for trying to have a conversation?
Because it was like, you black women, it's like, okay, if you feel that way, why are you with a black woman? Because all you're doing is making me feel like I'm a bad person if you're with me.
But don't you think black men feel the same way when black girls
and that's why I tell black women when they get mad when they see a black man with a white woman, why do you care? Go get a black man that likes a black woman because they're out there. But there's some black men that just really feel like black women are horrible.
It's the result of single parent homes, in my opinion.
I mean,
I don't know.
They always try to blame it on like the mama.
Yeah,
I hope when he say single parent homes, it's also the fault of the absent parent too. You know, like don't just try to make it seem like it's the person who tried to make things work fault. Because obviously they're not gonna have all the tools and they're gonna have to work 2 jobs. They can't be home. But single parent.
I think that's what they're saying. Like I think they're saying the dynamic of having one parent who has to provide and has to be out of the home is going to affect
and don't leave out that it could be a culture thing too. Because remember, you'll see white families or husband and wife who been together for years that don't even like each other. They hate each other. They hate each other. They're just together because this is, you know what I'm saying, it works and you know they can pay
so does
bills
that does it make black people any better because
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it could be a culture thing. So that their culture is just to stay together. But so it just looks like, you know what I'm saying, they're dealing with this.
Till we can find a way to get a hitman on your ass.
You know what I mean? But black people's just like, yo, fuck this, I'm out. Like I ain't dealing with this. You know what I'm saying? so you know, it could be a culture thing, but
yeah, I guess that's it's a shame to divorce and stuff. Most people, you know, when you're not married in the first place. Why do you care to stick around? You ain't even got like a legal commitment.
A great percentage of women only respect position. I truly hate how people like to make believe money and position is not a major factor. A regular chick will not hit a Chris Brown with their list.
Basically, he's saying, you know, money and status. Like, you gotta have that.
And again, I would agree with him on that.
But there's so many dudes that are married that don't got shit going on.
But we not just talking about married people. We talking about even getting if a black girl will put up if this could be a nigga that hits her, a nigga that cheats on her, a nigga that uses her money, steals from her. As long as he's providing in some type of way and he's paying bills, she's cool. She'll let all that shit slide. That's you. That's your problem. That's not that's That's your own insecurities. That's you not willing to get up. One of the black girls' main problem right now, why all this bad shit is happening with black men, is because they
This guy
refuse.
talks some Kevin Samuels put women back in their place. Be quiet. I can't see. I told you. That's how I know you're not a Kevin Samuels supporter, because you would have been said that to me when I
Who?
first said anything.
Oh,
about
I mean, that's what I'm
Kevin.
saying. I'm not a supporter. I don't even agree with that statement. That I get what he's saying. Would I say he was putting black women in their place? No, I would say that's stupid. Like, he was not putting no black women in their place. I would say he was attempting to, like, he was doing what he was getting views for, bro. That's how I feel.
Yeah, that's what they need to understand.
And
like
while
you
he
were
stopped,
saying,
if Kevin Samuels woke up one day, went on YouTube and said, "Guys, this shit is done. From now on, I'm doing unboxing videos. I'm unboxing Xboxes." That's
but
how y'all
that's
see.
what I felt
He
like would have eventually
his subscription
happened.
would have went down. You know what I'm saying?
But I really think that once he capped off of whatever he wanted, I feel like he would have changed the narrative. That's why I'm kind of sad that I didn't get to see him do
Okay, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Because this is something that some of the DP just said. Kevin Samuels wasn't lying, though. He was harsh, but he spoke the truth. That is a sentiment that to some extent I would agree. Because, for example, I'm going to ask you this straight up. Kevin, if he's talking to a black woman, and from appearance, we all have eyes, we can see she's large, maybe very not good looking, maybe she's a 4 out of a 10, whatever, hair all fucked up, whatever. If Kevin Samuels says to her, "Bitch, you look disgusting," is he lying?
That's because his preference is clearly not a black woman.
No. We're not talking about preference.
Because there's too many married.
Listen,
there's
we
too
all
many
know
married
if we walk in
women
the
that
IHOP,
are
if
heavy
we walk in the
set.
IHOP and we see a fat person sitting there, we know that person is fat. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's just up to you if you want to be the kind of person to say that out loud and make the person feel bad, or if you're going to keep it to yourself. The truth is the truth. I'm black. I'm dark skinned. I can't go outside and pretend to be light skinned. If a nigga comes up to me and says, "Damn, nigga, you dark." Oh, yeah, you're right. I am. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but fat doesn't mean you're not attractive. You get what I'm saying?
That's
like
exactly
the way he tried to make it seem like, oh, nobody's gonna ever want you. You're gonna die alone. Hang up because you're trying to talk to a grown ass man. You're insulting a woman, heavy on insulting, going off on her, and then when she tries to defend herself, this is my show, and you need to know how to talk to a grown ass man. Get off my show.
But this is the thing.
It's like,
and
okay, you see how we're talking? You're not hanging up on me. Like, come on.
I get that. But that part of it, to me, is the part that was part of the act and what got people hyped and got them to look at his stuff. And another thing, what if you don't like the nigga? Why are you on his show? It's his show. You cannot go on late night.
Well, he was giving life advice at first, and I guess that first girl that he tried, it wasn't the first girl he talked to.
Something took off.
But he tried to shit at her, and she wasn't even fat. He was just saying you're a 2 or something, and whatever.
And she probably was.
But you know what? So you're telling me the whole world's gonna see her as a 2 just because that man who's been divorced twice,
not. And that's
divorced twice,
and that's where I would say
it's a little sweet.
I disagree with what he did, because I feel like, me personally, I with my own eyes have seen some very not good looking people with somebody. They was happy kissing. They got I feel like everybody has somebody.
Scroll down TikTok, you'll see them all over TikTok.
Because it's about the connection at the end of the day. You get what I'm saying?
No matter what you is, what you got, whether you got one eye, whatever it is, you fat, you discolored, or whatever, you got somebody will love you. You just
size 2 girls get played every day.
Well, the what you can see is that, I mean, the man died having sex with a likely prostitute. So he wasn't
black either, so he was not interested in black women. So everything he had to say was not like, if you're already not attracted to that, then you're just gonna always.
Did he ever say that? Like, I'm not attracted to black women?
Well, we would always only see pictures of him with like the other kinds. So that's when we're like, whatever. That's what you like. That's what you like. But he pandered towards dudes like who's in this comment section to make them feel a little better about themselves on why a certain girl probably don't want to talk to them, and thought, "Ooh, let's bring her down. Let's bring her self-esteem down and make her know you can't get this kind of guy. This is all you can get." He was not talking to no high value man, because real high value men do not sit in comment sections or be on YouTube watching a dude.
What is a high value man?
Pretty much a man who's about his business. his time is not spent on the internet that long, and he's probably not
Some
following.
niggas make money off the internet. Some niggas' money is on the internet.
Yeah, they make the money off of it, but are they making money talking in the comment section? No. You know what I'm saying? Like, Elon is a high value man, and I don't even think he's talking about KS. He probably don't even know who this guy is.
Elon is the Antichrist.
You're not even sitting in the table with none of these guys that's on the Forbes list. Like, stop it. You're trying to get there by using these guys' emotions to get there. I got it. But I think these guys need to pay attention to that and know when they were being swindled. But it sucks because we'll never know if he would have turned, because he's gone now.
R.I.P. Kevin Samuels.
R.I.P. Kevin Samuels.
R.I.P. Kevin Samuels, bro. But
I'm gonna take notes on his marketing tactics. It was great. He did great.
That's true.
In a short period of time.
Well, we obviously won't be hearing from Kevin again, but I'm sure we'll talk about him and his legacy that he left behind.
We're gonna see it a lot on the internet because it's gonna be there for however long the internet's gonna be around.
He took out he shed a light on what I don't want. So whenever somebody gets into like saying anything and getting on, I was like, good, you're not. Thank you. You made it easy for me to figure you out. Thank you. Let's keep it moving.
Right.
Hey, black guys, pull up.
That's
well, so we gonna move on. Gonna keep it
yes.